Okay, so yesterday we implemented get branches method that is of type get. So with this method, we're able to get some data from your ASP MVC methods. Okay, if you want to post some data also, you can post data by using jQuery Ajax functions. Okay, so that also we'll see. Before that, normally how we design a screen is we will show all the available items means available records in a table in the bottom of the screen, and then on top of that screen we will show the controls to add a new record, and even this below the list of available records we will provide some actions like edit, delete, or whatever view. Earlier we saw, right, the functionalities by default given by ASP.NET MVC templates. So edit, delete, details, okay, create, like that. So all the things we'll keep in a single screen. Okay, that's how we do normally. The best practice is instead of going to multiple pages. Okay, we will try to do that for this get branches. So what is the advantage of loading this one asynchronously? So the main advantage is instead of in an earlier approach, the Microsoft has given by default the template. If you see, the branch controller will have all the methods calling and calling the entity framework method and getting the data into local list, and then processing. The processing happens before your view renders to the browser. Means all the processing has to be done in parallel so that the performance of your application will reduce. By using this jQuery Ajax, your page loads, so there is no processing here. If you see, there is no processing. Okay, so first your view loads. If you refresh this page also, so the first your view outlay, layout, and all other things loads, then only this one will loads. Once your page loaded, then a call will be made to the server to get this information, so that there won't be any delay, and the asynchronous calls will happen to your server, and you will feel your application is working very fast. Okay, that's the advantage of Ajax. So I'm going to write methods for public string add branch. So I need to add a branch. Okay, branch manager dot add branch. I am posting branch. Okay, return branch added successfully. So to do this, I have to add few controls on my page, that is tr td here branch name. branch description. So, and then finally I will have a button. Okay, this is how my screen. Okay, let's see. So, okay, now branch name, description, and add button is there. So, I need to implement few things. One is adding a button click event for this first thing. So, inside my dollar function, what I'm going to do, dollar btn add dot click function. You write your handle here. Okay, then you have added an event listener to your button click. Now you need to prepare your object. Object means JSON object you have to prepare. So to and forth from C# to JavaScript, JavaScript to C#, the communication mechanism is JSON. Okay, JSON, JavaScript object notation. Okay, so how we can create an object in JavaScript? Simply where branch equal to, if you give like this, it is just like you are creating an object of unknown type. This is dynamic object type. I already discussed in MVC this state management. Okay, viewback. When we were discussing about viewback, I already told you in JavaScript this concept is already there. That's same Microsoft brought into C# from 4.0 framework, that is dynamic object. So here this is a dynamic object. So what you can do is branch dot, so name you can give. So what is my name? So whatever I enter here, that will be my name. So dollar hash. Hash will define that it is some ID, an element ID on the document. Okay, so where branch dot description equal to dollar dot where. Okay, that's it. I prepared my object. Now I have to call my backend method by using Ajax. So I can write a function outside add branch. Okay, here branch object, here also functions are there. So the functions input parameters, you need not to mention the data type. By default all are variable type. At the runtime whatever value you pass, based on that the type of the variable will be defined. So I copy all this method, I will use post. Okay, and then data means what data we are going to pass to our method. So our method name is add branch. Okay, data is branch. So that's it. inside this nothing required, so just alert JSON, because already it is coming JSON only, no need to convert this to JSON object. Anyway, coming is only string. So now we will see by running this one. Let me put a breakpoint here. So just refresh this page. Sample is already there. Okay. So if something error is coming, what you can do is you can debug. So just press F12, you will get this window, and you can go to source. On our page, I did not call this method. From here, add branch. So you can see the name and description as it is, they have come here. Okay, so now adding branch is very easy. So you can see branch added successfully. Okay, so this is very simple, and you are able to do from jQuery, and you are able to call the C# methods. Okay, and that too it is happening asynchronously. Okay, so the next step is, right after adding this, we need to refresh the list below this. Okay, what we have to do for that, just this is a method, you just keep it in a separate function. Okay, function load branches, you just write, and this load branches you call on page load. Okay, and then you call right after this success message in your add branch. That's it, simple. So whenever you added a new branch, it will automatically refresh the list below. We'll check that too. So branch one details. Okay, so you can see now, so branch one got added to my list below. Okay, like this I can add as many branches I want. So here one more step we have to do is, right after adding these details, I need to clear these text boxes. So what I have to do is, just this simple, how we are doing the values, the same way we need to use this. I told you already, in jQuery, setting a value or getting a value, for both we will use var. If you don't pass anything, it will return you the value inside that control. If you pass something, it will be set to the value. So I am setting blank. Okay, branch 2 details. So that got clear. Okay, isn't it cool? And you can implement even validations from jQuery itself. If there is no value inside these things, what you can do is you can directly pop up some message and you can show, you can say, so we'll directly hold these values in some variable, name equal to value. If name not equal to null and same thing, and description not equal to null and description not equal to blank, then you process your operation, else alert branch name and description are mandatory. Okay, so branch name and description are mandatory. So even branch 3, so both the things are mandatory. Branch added successfully. Okay, so like this you can implement your add functionality. Now the edit and delete. So for that what we have to do is just here only. So one is TRTS ID name description, and then here only you add one more like TH actions. Okay, so here I am going to add a TD and an anchor tag href equal to hash. When we keep hashtag, okay, when we keep hashtag anchor in anchor tag, if we keep href hash, it says it won't redirect to any page, it will be in the same page. Okay, and I will give edit ampersand nbsp is for space. In same way, one more anchor tag, this is for delete. Okay, so their respective methods I have to write on my controller. Just a second, guys. Okay, now I need to write the methods to update and delete. Okay, string update branch. Okay, so you can pass same branch object again by building branch manager dot. So we don't have any update methods, so let me write public static void branch, and for this branch where branch equal to, sorry, branch equal to using school db entities, new school db entities, db dot branches dot where v implies v dot id. So we got the branch, the latest branch, and then vrnch dot sorry, this is singular default. Okay, so this is link queue. Okay, link queue we call it as anonymous methods. Okay, and this is link queue expression. So this link queue expression is very common from 2008. So we call it as anonymous methods. This means implies. If you see in our mathematics, okay, so we have used this implies. So you are saying that in my branches, in my entire table will be loaded to entity framework. So these branches will you give a delegate, will give you an handle to control all the objects inside that table. So all the records you can access from the table. Okay, and B implies means it will give you, it will say that each record, like just in for each loop where B in branches, how you do, same way here also branches where B implies means each record will be loaded to the B. From that B you are loading, you are validating your condition, where condition. So in branches every record will be loaded to B, and each B dot id will be validated against this branch id. Okay, whichever matches, that will be returned from this query. So it is multiple, it will return multiple records, but its id is unique. So what we are doing is single or default, we are taking it here. Okay, only one record. So normally the outcome of this where condition is multiple records, but in general we know that it will return only one record. Okay, so what we are doing is singular default we are taking. So now branch name equal to branch dot name, and then brnch dot description equal to branch dot description. Now db dot save changes. That's it. It will update your record. Same way, if you want to delete public static delete branch, we just need an ID to remove it. So same way we need to get till here. Okay, this one only ID. Now db dot branches dot remove, and you can pass this brnch so that it will be removed. Okay, now come back to our controller. Here we have update branch, branch manager dot update branch. Okay, and then return message, return branch details updated successfully. Double string delete branch int id delete branch id. Okay, return again message branch deleted successfully. Okay, so the basic functionalities we have implemented now. So we'll come to our view. I have added all the actions, and this one requires an ID to perform the action. Okay, and if you want to get a particular branch details, you can get. So what we will do is we will add one more method, public string get branch, and I will pass int ID. I need to write one more method here, public branch get branch by ID. This is my method, int ID. Okay, again using school entities equal to return. Same condition I can use. Okay, that's it. Return branch manager dot get. This is string, right? So I have to convert it. Return JSON convert dot serialize object branch. Okay, so it will serialize and send to my this. Okay, now we have done with the basic things. So here inside this is dynamic HTML I am writing. Okay, load branch details. I am passing my ID, value data. Same way I will write a method for all our JavaScript methods or jQuery methods I am writing so that my application will be very fast. Delete branch details. Okay, so I have to write methods for all this. Function, what is this? Details, ID. So what I have to do is get, same one I can copy, paste. Instead of this, what is my new method? Get branch. Get branch. And then what we can do is we can pass the value in query string. So this is a get method. The ID value we can pass in a query string. ID equal to plus ID. Okay, whatever result I am getting, it will be in this variable branch. So this branch details, anyway that object will come back, so this I have to assign back to my controls. Okay, so dollar, so we'll keep one hidden field here, outside input type equal to hidden value and id equal to htn branch id I am using. So the branch is branch dot value. Okay, so branch dot name you can use same way. Branch dot description. So then this one I will keep my branch id here so that while updating I can check this and I can do whatever operations required. So this is how it will load the details on click of edit link. So I can see my table given everything. So is there any error? No error, but it didn't get in. So we have to debug where the issue is. So it is not breaking. So this one also not calling. To see where the issue is. On click load branch details. it is calling. So the on click C is missed. So now it gave me details. So you can see branch, object name, sample, description, everything came. So this is where it came. Now we have to update. Instead of add button, I have to keep it update. Okay. Or simply if I keep save, that will be very fine, right? So I will rename that button to save. So we just wrote the functionality to just get the details. Now we have to write a method to update the details. Function update or save branch, save branch details. Okay, inside this, what I am going to do is whether this has any value or not. I will check that. This hidden field, because on edit details, when we click on edit, I am setting a value into ID, so that if this hidden field has some value, that means this record there is the details are populated to edit. Okay, so then I have to update. Update means same thing. Okay, value not equal to null. Then I have to build my branch where I built. Okay, same validations and then same. So what we can do is we can write a common method where we can get the branch details. Okay, so what I'm going to do is before this, okay, function prepare branch, I'll write like this and I will copy this code entirely. And cut, paste. Okay, here return branch. I am doing this and return branch outside I kept. Okay, so now when we click on add branch, so we have to call this prepare branch method here so that it will prepare everything for me. Guys, are you getting or it's confusing? So I am doing nothing, just getting the values. Instead of writing multiple times same code, I am generalizing. Generalizing means keeping it in a common method so that I can access from anywhere. So if I want to reuse that method, so that functionality, I'm adding it to a common function so that I can reuse. So htn branch id dot value I have taken like this. So return branch, prepare branch, where branch equal to this one, if branch equal to null, return, else you just call add branch method and you pass this branch details. Okay, or you can just save branch details. Okay, inside this save, what I am going to do is, so save branch details, it will send me branch only, right? So instead of here, branch dot id not equal to blank, what I have to do is I can write update method separately. So this is update branch post branch. I am posting these values I kept. Okay, that much enough. And here also this method not at all required. So button click I am handling here, right? So instead of passing it here, what I will do is branch dot id not equal to null, update branch, so branch details, else add branch. Here also I will pass branch. So now I am able to do update. We'll see how it will be. Update branch. Okay, this one I'm going to edit test branch details. Save. So it gave me test 1 with id 2. So branch details updated successfully. So test 1, now you can see test 1 test branch details updated successfully. Okay, so this is how we can update the details. Okay, if you want to delete, you have to write a delete method also using your Jquery. So that also I will implement just for a second. Delete branch. ID. So same thing I can copy. Here it is, get delete branch. Okay, okay. And this data also not required. And here in query string I have to pass plus ID. That's it. Okay. Let's see this. Is there any error? Yes, delete branch details is not defined. So function name I need to change. Okay, so and before deleting, we can take a confirmation. Okay, in JavaScript, we have confirm method, confirm function, which will take user option. Are you sure want to delete this branch? Okay, so you will be popped up with two buttons. One is yes or no. Yes means it will return true, so that if condition will be satisfied, this will be executed. No means nothing will happen. Okay, so are you sure want to delete this branch? Okay, branch deleted successfully. So the details are still there. So this branch did not get deleted properly. So what I'm doing, delete branch ID I am passing. So let me check what is the issue. It has to delete. So delete ID 2. Okay, I need to do db.save changes that I didn't do. That's the mistake. So you can see that branch got deleted. So this way, even you can, according to your taste, your good skills, the CSS and other things, what you can do is you can do a better screen design with the basic functionality like this. This is all about jQuery, how we will communicate with MVC and other things. So any doubts on this? Or you guys are clear with this sample? Okay, so what we have done on this screen is first we created two controls to get the branch details like name and description. So ID is a primary key. If you update ID, there won't be any reference. It is just like your college roll number or student ID. It can never be changed, right? So for each record, IDs cannot, for any records in database, you are not supposed to update, and even your database won't allow you to update. That is a primary key. Okay, so to uniquely identify your record, that ID we should not change. Okay, so in this screen, what we have done is we created two controls. Okay, that text box, name and description. Then we have added a save button. Okay, which will perform both update and add and update operations. And then below we have a table which lists all the branch details available in my database. Okay, so this table having actions with respective to each record, edit and delete. Okay, so the screen is mainly we developed mainly to add, edit, delete and view the branch details by using Jquery and MVC. Okay, so this is very easy doing in jQuery, and you will have more control on front end. This seems to be more code, but if you observe me throughout this session, everything is just like copy paste thing. Okay, so I have written only one method. From that method only I copied and pasted the things, and this is very easy by using jQuery to develop the applications. So that the advantage of this is whatever I have written on this view, all the jQuery methods or JavaScript methods, they will execute on client machine itself. Okay, client machine itself. If you see the names, if I add one more branch, for you can observe there is no page redirection or page update, but in our earlier version by default Microsoft given that MVC controller with entity framework create, modify actions. Okay, if you see there your page, the very first time it will list all the branches available in your database, and then they will provide a link like create new branch or edit update, so it will redirect to a new page. Even after you add a new branch, it will refresh the page, right? So here there you need two methods. One is for loading that view and another is to post the data from that view. So with the same name, create with get method, create with post method, you have two methods over there, but here you will have only one method and a single view that is loaded, and you are writing everything on this single screen using jQuery. So if you see here, so I think it's an error. So server responded, server error. Okay, let me check what is the issue. So branch. So nowhere I am calling prepare branch. That's the first issue. Yeah, I'm calling right. So let me debug through this. So branch ID blank, okay, fine. Oh, this is not equal to null. That's the problem. It is not equal to blank. So branch details added successfully. So if you see, this page never get refreshed. Even on update, okay, branch 4 details updated. Okay, so even on update or whatever, this page is not refreshing, and whatever you are doing, all this JavaScript, this functionality will execute on client side, so that the burden will be moved to client machine, not on the server side, so that it performs very fast. The application performs very fast. If you do everything server side, say some thousand users are uh, accessing your website, and everything, if you validate or if you process from your server side, means in C# code, it has to take, a single server has to serve all the requests. So that will be a great burden. Instead of that, if you call everything from here, and that too asynchronous. Asynchronous means without refreshing your page, it will make only particular part or whatever required, that data will be transferred or get from the server. So your page will perform very fast. Okay, that's what that jQuery is very popular. Not only jQuery, whatever client side scripts. Okay, JavaScript, jQuery, Kendo UI, React.js. There are many libraries online available with this client side scripts. They mainly developed on top of JavaScript. Okay, jQuery is one among them, and people are very used to it. And mainly what they do is they get some data by using the methods like this from server, okay, by using this REST API. So tomorrow we'll see, this is anyway, this is web API only. Whatever calls we are making, this is web API only. If I write something different also, from if I create a web API control also, I have to copy paste all these methods from here, and I have to put it there. Okay, so but anyway, I will explain you that, but I have to copy all the methods from here to web API controller. Okay, so the main advantage of jQuery is asynchronous processing of your records. Okay, your data over the server. So any doubts here? So same sample, this school database management is there. I have explained you guys how to work with this. Okay, please develop screens for all our branches, classes, and other whatever are there, student and student marks, for all of them. Please develop screens like this. That's what our sample project for this course. Okay, you can use web API or the same MVC. Anything is fine to me. Okay, please develop screens. Any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss the other things from web API side, how we can write the same thing. There is one more concept. So your web API, how you can expose to other clients. Okay, means your web API, normally whatever we have written, that will be access to only that application. If your web API wants to be, your web API will provide access to other applications also, how you will enable. Okay, so those things we will see tomorrow. And then the attribute routing, so how we can change the URL. So by default it is giving branch index. So if you want to give some fancy URL, how we can do that also we will see. And then authentication, so that tomorrow and day after tomorrow our course will be completed. Okay, so any doubts, or you guys are clear? Okay. Okay, guys.